Hello everybody, I'm Airplanes and welcome to my review of the Olympus SZ-31MR. This little point and shoot camera is packed with loads of features such as a 16 megapixel CMOS sensor, 24 times zoom with a full frame equivalent of 24mm to 600mm. Now you're never going to use that much zoom, are you? That is just a lot of zoom, but 24mm does good, and zoom into 600, that is crazy. The camera shake at this distance is absolutely crazy, but the inbuilt stabilizer does work. It does work. This little point and shoot is good for video, as it does feature a like stabilization system inside. They call it IS. Good job Olympus for copying Canon. But all round it is a very good little point and shoot. It features 1080p at 60, full HD recording. I'll show you. There you go. And it's packed with some is packed with features such as wind noise reduction, which doesn't really work. You've got microphone on and off, I don't know why you would want that, and you've got IS in movie mode. Also you've got 1080p 60, and you've got loads of options, 1080p at 30, 720p at 30, and 480p at 30. And you've got 720p 60, which slows it down automatically. You got what's that, VGA, so that's 480 at 120 FPS, and 240p at 240 FPS, which is ridiculously slow. But these days you can get 1080p at 240, can't you, on iPhones and stuff. So yeah, I'll take you over the buttons and everything like that. So on the top we have a mode dial. The mode dial, which is packed with program mode, auto, scene, beauty mode, make you look beautiful, panorama, magic. I think that's just like a whole load of effects. Yeah, look, that's like fisheye, doesn't actually work. Multi-recording, so you can record, sorry, what's that? Yeah, so you can do multi-framing from 16 megapixels. I don't know. And also you have photo video, so it's a photo with a video clip. So it takes the video. No, it's also touchscreen. It takes the video, then a photo, and then another video. So basically, like, I don't know, whatever. And that's the mode dial. Up the top we have the all-important shutter button, with the zoom. This ring here does rotate, and you simply half press then click the shutter button to take a picture. Yes. Also you have an on-off button, which does glow sometimes. There you go. And also when it's low on battery, I think that glows. Let's go to the back. Got a dedicated video recording button. You've got a strap that comes with it. Got playback, you've got a directional pad and an OK button. Focus, there we go. Got trash by pressing down, and got menu. Oh, my hands are getting tired. The build quality of this camera is is alright. You know, it's not flimsy or anything. It seems to be made out of plastic mostly. It's got the tripod screw thing. Also, it's got, I think those are speakers down there. Don't know why they would put that there. You've got left and right microphone, but one downside of this, it does not play sound on Mac, which I use to edit. So you're gonna have to either go on a Windows device and convert it somehow, and then transfer it to your Mac, or just do external sound. And the sound on here anyway isn't pretty good, so isn't really good. So just, yeah, do external video. It's got autofocus assist light as well, but that's pretty annoying. Also, pop-up flash like DSLRs. So I think the design of this is kind of to mimic the design of a DSLR to make it seem high quality. I mean, it is pretty good, but the autofocus could do a little bit better, especially in darker conditions where DSLRs, they reign supreme, basically. So yeah, especially at longer focal lengths, such as 600, this does take quite a long time to focus and is very out of focus sometimes. So like if you focus the ground and then, yeah, it should get it mostly, but not a lot. In program mode, we have heaps of features. Macro, which kind of does work, especially super macro. We've got self-timer, of course, for those family pictures. Exposure compensation, brighten and darken the image, just like a DSLR. Got white balance control. Got ISO, goes from ISO 80 all the way to 6400, which does work okay. The maximum aperture is f3, and I've seen it only go down to f8.7 at times. Then you've got the, what's that? Oh, burst. It does 60 FPS burst electronically. And I don't know, I forgot what these other ones are. I think it does 60 FPS burst anyway. It's really bad. It's like, I think it's 2 megapixels. I don't know. Oh, you've got 16 megapixels. Oh, you've got 8 megapixels. Come on, focus then. Come on, come on, focus. Oh, you know what? There you go. You got 8 megapixels, 5, 3, 2, 1, VGA, 16 by 9 large, 16 by 9 small, which is 1080p in a picture. I don't know why you would want that. Huh. Yeah, this can support basically any SD card. You change that by going plonk, plonk. And the battery as well. Just flip that red tab, and has a locking door, which is quite cool too. There you go. It charges via USB. It has a strange connection. I've never seen that anywhere, and I don't have any other cores that have that. Yeah, so that's basically it for the outside. Now let's take some test photos. I'll be back. Okay, so playing seriously, not now. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to take some test shots from ISO 80 all the way up to ISO 6400, and we'll see the image sharpness and the amount of noise in the picture. Also, we'll see the exposure accurateness and color accurateness as well, and it's very windy so you won't necessarily get the same framing each time, I guess, like the leaves moving around and stuff. So yeah, I'll be back with a overlay of the pictures. See it. So at ISO 80 you can see that the camera took a long exposure and there was a big gust of wind, so the leaves moved. But that doesn't stop us from seeing the noise. So that when we zoom in, the noise is pretty acceptable, but you can still see it. Next we move on to ISO, what was it? It was ISO 100. Now you can see that there was a bit less blurring and there was a bit more detail, and the noise is still acceptable, usable. And next we have ISO 200. You can see it did have a longer shutter speed, which is expected, and the noise is still usable but is much more noticeable. Next we had ISO 400. Now the noise is much more noticeable now, and you can see it a lot better, but still usable and not noticeable at about full size, such as like my computer screen. So next ISO, what was this? I think it was 1600. No, it wasn't. 80, 100, 200, 400, 800. This is ISO 800 now, and you can see that the noise is starting to come out a bit more. The image is getting a bit softer. Not sure why, probably noise reduction kicking in or something, I don't know. But you can see a bit of softness around the edges of leaves and stuff. Next we have ISO 1600, and what? I don't know what happened. There's 80, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, 32, oh, 64. Okay, so this is 1600, I think. I don't know. 800, 200, 400, 8, 16. Yes, this is 1600. You can see the noise being reduced and providing a softer image. The noise is much more noticeable in the darker areas, but it's still usable. Next at 3200. Yeah, that's just crazy soft and crazy noisy. It would still be not usable. I mean, unless you're a big, perfect, like, freak, then it wouldn't be usable for you then. But if you're just, you know, a beginner, then that's okay, I guess. This is 6400 now, the maximum ISO, and it is crazy. You cannot use this unless you're in darker situations or you absolutely need it. And then after this we have two more, and we tested. This one is ISO Auto, and it chose the best ISO apparently, and it seems alright. It chose, let's see what ISO it chose. I don't think we can see it on here. ISO 800, that's what it chose, so it's pretty good. And next one we have ISO High, which is auto but chooses a higher ISO than usual, which chose ISO 2500, which is one you can't select, and that would be nice if you could select it on all cameras, you know. And let's see it. You can see the noise is pretty acceptable. It is acceptable, but the softness is not. It's still pretty soft. Yes, so that's the picture test. We can't really do the video test because the sound doesn't play on Macs, but I can tell you that there is a very weird sound, like a rattling when the autofocus is working. It's like really strange. I can probably show it to you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but the battery does last a while, but it's on low battery right now, so yes. The stability is pretty good, but the zoom isn't that fast. It's pretty slow in video mode, probably because for smoothity reasons. But yeah, it's pretty stable. The IS does work. The only downside is no sound on Mac. But yeah, hopefully I can overlay this without the sound. You can see that's pretty stable. Now full length, autofocus taking its time. There you go, it's pretty shaky. That's my fault. Yes. And now fully zoomed out. It's pretty nice, pretty steady. Be good for like a backup video thing. It's really cinematic kind of thing. Woo. Anyway. Stop recording, turn it off. That was the review of the Olympus SZ-31MR. I hope you liked it, and I'm Ryan Plains. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.